call upon our troopers in this our darkest hour. Our way of life is what we're fighting for. The flag that flies above us inspires us each day to give our very best in every way. It's a good day to die when you know the reasons why. The citizens, we fight for what is right. A noble sacrifice.
Hello and welcome. Today we are at No Car Dealership. We are at my studio. And we're not reviewing a car that we do not own today. We're reviewing our car, and it's a Chevrolet Aveo LT, a 1.4 litre engine. It produces roughly 98 brake horsepower. You'll get 106 miles per hour flat out, 0 to 60 11.6 seconds exactly, or so I'm told when it goes flat out. But that's not why you get a car like this. The Aveo, it's a small car. It's fantastic. It's a very little thing. It's like when I compare it to the old car, our old Citroen AX, it feels absolutely massive. Yet this thing is classed as a super mini. When you're running the car, that does make a difference when you're going up hills, because extra weight creates extra gravity. Despite the extra power, you feel it. Because this car, it takes about 4,000 RPM before it really gets into its power band and starts going anywhere really quick. What about everything else? Well, handling's average. You'll stay on the road. Now, I wouldn't advise it as a track day tool in any way, shape or form, but when it comes to comfort, the Aveo scores points everywhere. Comfort. Now, you may be surprised, this is a very small car on the exterior by modern standards, but in here I've got 1,000,000,000 billion miles of headroom. It's like I've got the whole cosmos above my head. You wouldn't know there's a roof. I'm sitting in my driving position about here, and I'm looking up and I can see the stars. It's absolutely extraordinary. Everything else as well, the car's well laid out. You get height adjustability on your seats, everything. And it's a 2008 model. You get iPod connectivity as standard. You also get a very, very good CD player. We've tried the volume. It's quite loud. No need to put in all your stupid chavvy boombox crappy. Leave it standard. It's better. So, styling, I suppose. Styling's very important. Now, I've always maintained you can't answer the question, what is more important, exterior styling or interior styling? Because they're one and the same. If you take exterior styling, you can say it's very important that you look good in your car. Yeah, accepted. And it looks good on your drive. Both arguments are very strong. But you don't see the exterior of your car when you're driving along. So, interior styling, if it looks good on the inside, that's a big bonus. Yet, so you can't really say either one is better, really. So I'm just going to come right out. Both are really good. I think the exterior styling is quite nice. On the top of the range model, it's got a few sporty features, like a rear spoiler. The front end's quite chunky, complying with modern regulations, of course. But the interior is where I love it. The seats, they're fantastic. They grip you really well when you're going around corners. The overall layout here is actually very good. Now, what I usually do at this point when I'm in a showroom is give you a tour. So, why should I do any different when it's ours? Now, as you can see, everything is lit up fantastically. And you might be able to hear the soft drone of a guitar playing Stairway to Heaven. and everything is adjustable on the steering wheel, of course. Now, I don't want to leave it up that loud because you won't be able to hear me, and I like the sound of my own voice, so let's just turn it down a bit. But the audio clarity is very good. I've tried it with all sorts of songs, ear-piercing, shit ones, the full Monty. Oh, here we go, let's just hear Rob Plant. Thanks, Rob. That's what this car is. It is the stairway to heaven. If I was to have a flaw on this particular design, it would be that, I don't know if you can see that there, but I can actually see the reflection on the window quite well. Particularly in the daylight, it really does show up. But it's something that you just get used to. I got used to it after one trip, or one test drive. However, something that we found on the way back from Plymouth today is this. That is the lead, and if your passenger has his iPod connected to the car, your lead runs all the way down through here, and when you change your gear, you catch the lead. So that's all good. Now let's try the engine. It's a little Super Mini. Don't expect it to sound fantastic. And there's that fantastic American bong. Every time you open the door, it seems to tell you, feels the need to tell you, you've left the door open. Thank you. Here we go. See, it's quiet, but you put your foot down at all. Ooh, bit of an heck, it quickly goes to 2000 RPM. It's a fantastic little thing, actually. The revving is brilliant. Overall, the car is actually a very, very good car. Power steering is very, very good. I'm going to turn this off now, I don't want to waste any petrol. Now, if you read Autocar road tests of this thing, you'll hear words like average, for the everyday person used. Yeah, I suppose it is, really. But there are a few little gadgets in here. It's got the aircon, standard with American cars, plenty of cup holders and everything. Overall, it's a very good little Super Mini. Autocar gave it 2.5 stars. I think that's being a little bit harsh. They said everything's standard, very, very cheap and awful, until you get to the engine, which is pokey and makes up for it. Well, from what I can gather, the thing works fine. It's all well screwed together. Some of the plastics creak on the door handles, but apart from that, the thing is very well made. So if I was to give an Autocar rating, I'd go more 3.5 out of 10. And this is the top of the range model, so I'm not sure what the other models are like.
Right. You see, the problem with that car is not quite to do with it as you might think. You see, when Chevrolet first came to this country, they were called Deo. And if you know anything about cars, you'll know that Deos weren't exactly very good. As a matter of fact, they were more awful. So, when things are going so badly, they actually relaunched a brand in the UK out of Chevrolet, the same name as the American brand. I think things are starting to improve, but really, if you do drive that car, in safe in that knowledge, you're probably not going to look fantastic. Of course, that's depending on not whether the person looking at you actually knows that, which not many do.